What's up, Freccero fam? For today, I'm going to the Queen Mary ship located in Long Beach, California. And apparently, this ship is the most haunted ship in the entire world. So this should be interesting. Time to get some food. Had a great meal and a couple drinks. And now, as you can kind of see out there, it's time for the Dark Harbor. So I just got this coin, as you can see, secret bar access, like that. So apparently, what happens now is that when I go into this specific maze, and there's a bunch of them obviously, I have to wait for this, I guess, to appear, so it looks like a book, and then once it basically appears or however it happens, then it allows me to access a secret bar with inside the maze. The Queen Mary ship and obviously the Dark Harbor part was a very unique and interesting experience. Now, first off, I want to say, because a lot of people hit me up on social media after I posted like some stories and whatnot. They said, hey Mark, did you see any like ghosts or was there anything haunted? Because obviously the Queen Mary ship is known to be one of, if not the most haunted ship in the entire world. Being honest, because I even explored the ship, like when it was pretty late and it was a bit eerie at points. I didn't experience anything supernatural or no ghosts or anything like that. Who knows? Also, that was just my experience. Maybe I ran on the wrong night. But being honest, I think that while there was some eerie parts to the ship, especially at night, I was like, I don't really think there's anything. I personally didn't get like a haunted or scary or spooky vibe from the ship. But you never know. Maybe I stayed in the wrong room. But the Queen Mary ship, obviously, the ship itself is unbelievable. It's an incredibly beautiful ship. Walk around and everything. Basically, when we got there, obviously, you basically get your cabin. They're a bit of a smaller hotel rooms, I find, compared to other hotel rooms I've stayed in. You know, because obviously, as you can imagine, it is like a ship. So I would picture almost more of like a cruise type setup in terms of like your hotel room and everything and the layout of the ship. Obviously, as opposed to like a regular hotel. Obviously, because it is a ship. You know, they also have a bunch of basic food and restaurants. So, you know, the observatory is one place that you can actually go grab like a mixed drink and basically walk outside and like look at this beautiful skyline and everything. So I definitely suggest if you do go to the Queen Mary, make sure you explore the ship as much as possible. You know, it's just a really, really cool vibe. And I think in addition to, a lot of people there are super friendly. You know, I made a bunch of friends and we ended up like, you know, bouncing around the ship and just basically exploring everything. Now, when it comes to the Dark Harbor part, obviously, of this whole experience, because obviously, you know, I both went for the Queen Mary, just to experience the ship, because I've never done it. And in addition, obviously, the Dark Harbor is kind of their Halloween event. And what's cool about it is they have it right outside the ship, and they have different mazes. This is a big staple at places like Universal Studios, or any other, basically, Halloween-themed amusement park type setup. And I will say, no joke, the mazes at the Dark Harbor are the single best Halloween, scary, whatever mazes I've ever experienced. Like, it was unbelievable how much work, like, you could tell, went into some of these mazes. Everything from the staff and the employees to the setup to, like, I think the best one I experienced was called Feast, which I believe actually went in. It starts, obviously, outside the ship, and I think it goes, like, inside the ship, and there's one point you have to go down this, like, odd ventilation system, so you have to, like, get on your knees and crawl through this weird shaft that brings you down to this, like, secret. It's crazy, like, how much detail went into each one of these mazes. Now, in addition, I will say, if you're going for the first time, and someone told me this, so thank God they did, there's different secret bars located inside each one of the mazes. So what you want to do is, when you're there, you want to basically talk to as many employees or the monsters or, you know, the people trying to scare you as possible, and ask them for, like, the bar or a coin or a token. At some point, they'll give you, like, a small little token, and what that does is you basically show it to people, and each maze, I think, actually, no, I take that back. I think about half of them, because some of them didn't have this, but a lot of the mazes have, like, a secret bar that you show them the token. Instead of bringing you down the normal route, there's, like, a side path or a secret path they'll bring you through, and then you get to this, like, clearing that's, like, maybe the size of this room. Like, it's a very small kind of clearing where there's a bartender, and you can get some shots or some drinks, and all the, basically, different drinks that they have is very specific to, like, that maze, if that makes sense. So it was just a really cool experience that, like, you'd be kind of walking through, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, if you get the right token, you talk to the right person, they'd be like, oh, don't go this way, don't follow them, go to that odd clearing, and you go to this odd clearing, and this is all, like, sectioned off part of the maze that, you know, there's drinks and everything like that, you know. So it was an amazing time, obviously, both at the Queen Mary. I did do the brunch as well. I heard that brunch is one of the most popular brunches in general, just in terms of just, like, the notoriety behind it, and obviously the brunch was phenomenal as well. So as I said, the Queen Mary ship and everything was an amazing experience. And in addition to the Dark Harbor, easy one of the best, if not the best, Halloween maze/event I have ever been to.